Respect. Everybody wants it. Men in particular, I've noticed, have this need to be respected. But trying to make people respect you, demanding respect even, before you've ever even done anything worthy of respect, is completely counterproductive. And you can't make somebody respect you through coercion. You also can't make somebody respect you by being a people pleaser or trying to win favor. So in today's video, I'm going to talk through a few different ways that you can create respect, both through your actions and the way you treat yourself and the way that you treat others. Hello, my name is James, and I am on a mission to create a generation of gentlemen. How can you expect anybody to respect you if you don't respect yourself? And I'm a firm believer that self-respect starts with your appearance and the way you take care of yourself. To me, it's a fundamental part of self-respect as a man that you pick an outfit that is suitable for the occasion and flattering to you, that you brush your teeth, that you comb your hair, you wash your face, and you have a shave, maybe even apply some fragrance. These are fundamentals of masculine respect that have been lost over the decades. Self-respect isn't just about the way that you treat yourself, it's also about the way that you treat your space and your possessions. I believe you can tell a lot about somebody from the state of their apartment or their car. I've never been to the home of a very chaotic, disorganized person and found everything neatly put away and all the surfaces clean. It's always the case that the physical space they inhabit reflects their internal mental space. Today, taking care of yourself as a man can be seen as feminine or perhaps gay, but nothing could be further from the truth. And if you go back just to the 50s, 60s, even the 80s and 90s, taking care of yourself as a man, having pride in the way you dress and present yourself, was a fundamental part of what being a man was. But self-respect is also about building those self-respecting habits. For example, do you wake up at the time you said you would? Do you exercise daily? Or do you instead have negative, self-destructive habits? Are you addicted to video games? Do you watch too much porn? Do you drink too much alcohol or smoke too much weed? All of these vices give people a very good reason not to respect you. That's why building good daily habits and keeping yourself accountable to those habits is one of the things that I work on with the men in my private mentorship and accountability group. You can check that out using the link in the description if you're interested. But fundamentally, the way we look, the way we take care of our car, our home, they all tell the world how to treat us. When we see a guy that looks homeless with scraggy, rough clothes, smelly clothes, we initially shy away from that person. Whereas when somebody is dressed in a way that looks clean, looks well put together, makes them look intelligent, we give them our time of day, we give them our respect. By the way, let me know what you think of the new background. I decided to flip the camera around for a change. So this isn't a new apartment, this is the view that I've been looking at the whole time when filming my videos, and now I decided to show you guys the view instead. If you want more respect, the best thing you can do is to treat others with respect. There is one currency that's more valuable than money or time. It's a sense of decency and respect from man to man. So think, how do you interact with ordinary people in day-to-day life? The barista at the coffee shop, the woman checking out your groceries, the waiter, the bartender. How people treat and speak to those people tells everyone else a lot about them. Do you give everybody that you communicate with the respect they deserve? Do you look them in the eye? Do you remove your AirPods to have a conversation? Do you take your sunglasses off? When I think about the men that I respect the most, it's not because they've made the most money or because they have the nicest car or the nicest house. It's because, yes, they are successful, but they haven't forgotten how to treat ordinary people with respect. And by the way, if you enjoy the tie that I'm wearing in this video and you've seen in many other videos, this is the official Gent Z tie, which I designed myself. And you can get one of these for sale. You'll see the link somewhere around this page to pick one up on a pre-order, and I'm looking forward to sending this one out to you. Now, instead of going around demanding respect of people or seeking that validation that comes from respect, better instead to put all of that energy into doing something that will win you respect. Let me tell you how I learned this lesson for myself. Back in January 2024, I was about 4 or 5 months into my journey posting on YouTube, and I had around 5,000-6,000 subscribers. And then one day I get an email, seemingly from a guy called Antonio Centeno of Real Men, Real Style, probably my #1 biggest inspiration behind starting my own channel. And I could not believe that Antonio had taken the time of day to write to me and to want to connect with me. And I thought, well, why on earth does he want to know me? I'm just a small YouTuber with 5,000, 6,000 subscribers. Why does he have any interest? And then it struck me. I'd done something worthy of his respect. I'd done something that caught his attention. Now, if I'd emailed Antonio myself back when I'd only uploaded 1 or 2 videos trying to win his respect, he probably would have completely ignored me, and fair enough. But instead, I didn't. I didn't tell anybody what I was doing. I didn't ask for people's respect. I didn't ask for their validation or their support. I merely waited for it to come from them, because then I knew that it was genuine. So this taught me that if you want respect, if you want to be recognized for your work, you need to focus on the work, not on gaining the respect and recognition. So if you feel like you are not gaining the respect or recognition you deserve, ask yourself, truly, have you done the work? Have you done it for long enough? Have you done it with enough intensity and output? And secondly, have you actually put yourself out there and made it publicly available? Is it possible for people to recognize your work? Have you uploaded to social media? Have you created advertisements? Or is it still an idea or something that lives in your mom's basement? When it comes to my YouTube story, I really didn't tell anybody apart from my girlfriend at the time. Even my close friends and family had no idea what I was doing. And I didn't focus on the views, but I did focus on my output. I just put my head down and did the work and knew that it would be publicly available for people to recognize when the time was right. Because ultimately, gaining respect comes with time, and you need to be patient. Think about the men that you respect the most. They are probably men who are older, more accomplished, wiser. That kind of thing doesn't happen overnight when you're in your 20s. And it's understandable that people are skeptical of the newcomer. They are skeptical of young men because we don't have the years of experience and proof behind us to be worthy of those levels of respect. And think about the brands and companies that are the most respected. They are the ones that have been around for the longest amount of time. And, very importantly, the ones that produce the highest quality products. So if you want to be respected, make sure that the fruits of your labor, your product, whether that's a service you provide or simply the way you conduct yourself, make sure that is of the highest quality. And very importantly, don't chase respect as a form of validation or status. See it as something that will come with time once you do the work. So to summarize, the first step is to simply show respect to yourself with the way you take care of your grooming, your appearance, your habits, and your home. Secondly, treat other people with respect, whether they are the CEO of a Fortune 500 company or the barista at your local Starbucks. Third, do something worthy of respect. Focus on the work before the approval of others. And finally, understand that respect comes with patience. And I would love it if you could go to the comments and tell everyone about one man or woman whom you respect and tell us why you respect them. When I think about the men whom I respect the most, I respect them not only for what they've done and what they've accomplished, yes, that is a part of it, but also for the way that they treat themselves, the way they treat their family, and the way they treat ordinary strangers. Thank you very much for watching.